All right. You want to do it?
We're
Should I do it? I feel like we should press play at the same time.
I feel like you go ahead and press play while I drink this drink.
Fair enough.
Woo!
Dude, welcome to the fucking the name of our podcast?
This is the You're Not Down podcast with Mike and Luis.
Of course it is. It's not that I'm too drunk to say that.
I'm your host here, Michael Halftime Rubio.
And I am Luis Cobra Hollywood. Whatever you want to call me, Castillo.
Big shout out. I want to give a big shout out to Tim Hall for hooking us up with that theme song. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys get used to it. Tim, big round of applause to Tim. Find them on Instagram, Timothy Hall Music. He's the dopest. He's a real cool guy. Check him out.
Now you killed it with that theme song, man.
Yeah, the horns in there.
I feel like we gave him like a little example, and we're like, I don't know if you could work with that. And he did a fully like studio recording.
He played it all himself. He has he has a studio in his house.
Okay, I don't want to brag either. Those vocals were me.
Yeah.
I just want the public to know that because like I got up there. I got a high registry.
Yeah. He was really impressed with that actually. He brought it to me numerous times.
Yeah, I showed my sister. She was like, "Who sang the vocals?" I'm like, "Me."
Yours truly.
Yours truly.
You also wrote it.
I did.
Yeah.
I kind of. Yeah. I don't want to take credit for everything though.
The creative of the bunch.
But yeah, no. Welcome to the You're Not Down.
You're
podcast
Not Down.
With Mike and Luis. For those of you guys who do not know us, you're going to get to know us a little bit throughout these episodes. But to start off, where I say Mike's my best friend, I'm your friend.
He is my friend.
Yeah. I mean, we don't got to put a label on it.
No, we don't. I don't. Specifically, I do not.
I mean, whatever. We're best friends. Cool. We are.
Okay.
But yeah, we kind of want to start off and like every episode saying a fun fact about ourselves, right?
Little fun fact.
Yeah, just for the listeners to get to know us a little bit.
Give you all a chance to get to know us.
Yeah. Do you got one?
I got a fun fact for you.
We
all
haven't
today.
talked. We don't know what each other's fun facts are.
No,
so,
I don't think you know mine at all. My fun fact for this week is I watch YouTube in the shower every shower.
Okay.
I don't take a shower without YouTube playing.
Okay, YouTube. Like for some reason, Pornhub would be more like understandable. Like I'd be okay with that, but YouTube.
No, I need to focus on my shower.
Okay,
I got areas of my body that need washing.
Yeah. And water bills in this economy. Come on.
Yeah.
3-minute video on YouTube tops.
Yeah, that's all you need, really. You gotta skip the ad though.
Oh, dude.
I keep my fingers dry enough to skip the ad.
You got one hand above the water,
right?
Yeah. No, I've been there.
I go to watch my video. It's perfect while you let the conditioner sit.
You condition? I knew it, man. I knew it.
Not really. But...
I didn't. You got the 5-in-1. You got the like 10-in-1.
Yeah, it's
shampoo.
just literally all over my body.
Just one bottle, full
it's
body.
Just one bottle, full body. And you just scrub away till you feel clean enough.
I mean, I don't want to say.
video's over.
I don't want to say that I could tell that just by looking at you. Or just by smelling you.
You can smell me from here?
It's one whole scent as you walk by.
Yeah.
Do I get into my fun fact? And
let's hear it. Let's hear it.
This is a bit of a weird one. And I think I've told you this before. I don't know. Fun fact about me. When I was a kid, I was probably like...
A little infant baby?
No, I was like a teen maybe. Let's say Luis at 13.
Okay.
I would go bare ass on like a public restroom, you know? Like if I need to go number 2, I'm going bare ass on the toilet seat. Fine. I don't care.
You have no reservations about that.
No. Who cares? But at home, I would literally line my toilet seat with toilet paper. You know why? Didn't want to touch butts with my brother. I didn't want to do it.
I could respect that, the logic behind that, but also the public restroom part. That's the dirtiest place you could possibly be.
But it's like there's a cleaning crew there. It's like their job to clean it.
Have you seen them in there?
Fuck. Good point.
I don't know if there is.
I just know I'm not cleaning my toilet seat as a 13-year-old kid.
Right.
Neither is my brother who just took a dump right before me.
So
I'm going to touch butts with him. I don't want to touch butts.
You line it. I mean, you're not touching butts. Butt on butt would be touching butts.
We're touching butts.
It's a toilet seat.
Yeah, but like just knowing that whether it was 5 minutes ago, 5 hours ago, 5 days ago, I don't know my brother's digestive system.
I gotta say, there is something uncomfortable with. I mean, everyone could agree, sitting down on a warm toilet seat.
Dude, I like a cold toilet seat for sure.
Ice. Give it to me ice. I'd rather have ice than lukewarm.
Mm-hmm. And like it's okay even if like you got to do one of those like oh.
Yeah. I don't want to feel that someone's spirit is still on here. You know what I mean?
The ghost of past asses.
Yeah.
And even worse, the ghost of past brothers' asses. Oh yeah. Get out of here.
The more you describe it, the worse it starts to sound.
Line that shit with toilet paper. Not today, America, or the rest of the world. Are we talking about coronavirus?
Yeah. With coronavirus, specifically.
13-year-old Luis would line that shit up with toilet paper. You can't do that today. Today, toilet paper is scarce.
No, you should do that today because there's a virus taking over the world.
In your own home.
You don't know what your brother's ass is, if it has corona or not.
No, if anything, this is when I should. Like,
this is when you specifically should.
Yeah. But it's like, have you gone to stores to look for toilet paper?
No, I haven't. I have gone to Costco during this whole crisis.
Look, we kind of mutually agreed to not talk about coronavirus as much, right?
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of tired of hearing about it.
Yeah, it's like, I feel like we had to address it because, dude, there's a lot of people listening right now. There's a total of 96 people.
Oh, 96 people.
Shout out to our 96 followers.
The first 96.
The first 96. Guys,
you
we
guys
love you.
Hold a special place in our hearts.
And Mike is going to list them by name from top to finish.
Here we go. First, we have... This is the part where we then dub all the names that I read off later.
The mouth is going to move.
Right.
And then, Mark, Jamie. Yeah, no. Actually, thank you for everyone who's already subscribed.
Big thank you.
Even on Twitter. I know Twitter's... I don't know if Twitter's that popular anymore. It's popular for like certain things, but for a podcast...
You know what? I've never been into Twitter. I just got a Twitter.
Yeah. I didn't even tag you on our Twitter page.
That's how bad it is. No, my user handle, Twitter handle is literally like Mike R 178957367. Yeah, it's just like some random jumble of numbers.
No, we are grateful for everyone following us, and like, cause a lot of the people that follow us, they know us, you know.
Yeah.
Whether it's family, whether it's coworkers, and like, you know, some people might know me,
friends.
Some people might know Mike.
Don't discount the friends.
Did I not say friends?
You didn't say. You said family and coworkers. Got a lot of friends out there. Shout out to the friends. Thank you, friends.
That's because I see friends as family.
Ugh.
Yeah, since you're my best friend, but I'm just your friend.
Yeah, yep. I see my friends as friends. Most of them I see as coworkers, but that's a different debate.
But that's kind of like a funny thing where it's like, you know, I see my friends following my profile or my profile.
Yeah.
The You're Not Down
way
profile.
To take credit for all that.
And then I see other names. I'm like, I don't know who they are, but they clearly know Mike. So it's like, you guys are taking a chance on us. It's not a smart move because already, what have we talked about? Me touching butts with my brother.
Yeah.
You
just watching YouTube in the shower.
We're still gonna touch that.
Yeah.
We're not gonna touch it. We're gonna touch on it.
Whatever we're gonna do, we do it in the shower.
Well, yeah, no. So YouTube in the shower. Do you have a playlist or like do you go in with fucking direction? Are you walking in there with
I don't even want to say. It's all woodworking videos.
Hold on.
I understand how that sounds. I understand what that sounds like.
Yeah.
In the shower watching woodworking videos. I understand what that sounds like. It's exactly what it is.
I mean, you're saying it's exactly what it is, but I don't know.
It's guys showing you how to build a table, how to build a desk, how to
okay. Well,
angles, cut some angles on some wood.
Well, we got to remember too. We have a video audience, obviously.
Hey,
but we also have just the audio audience. I don't know. People can't afford TVs these days. They can't afford phones. I don't even think that's a thing.
Wi-Fi.
But maybe people just prefer to listen in the car. But right now, this
Give
table
it a good knock, but not too hard.
for all of for all of our video people that are watching, Mike made this table from scratch. Think about every shower that he took like every 3 days.
Yeah.
Because you know he doesn't shower every day.
It's not every day. I don't get dirty every day.
If you have the 5-in-1 shampoo,
That's 5 days.
it's going to last you at least 3 days.
5 days. It lasts 5 days for one shower.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the 5-in-1 means.
And deodorant included.
Yeah, but I do 3 just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, exactly. But no, he built this table
In
from
the shower.
scratch. In the shower.
Drew
It's
up
still
all
a
the
little bit moist. It's a little bit moist, but there's a little bit of mold growing in it. But no, he actually built this from scratch. I'm impressed.
Yeah, thank you. I'm a little proud of it myself.
Yeah, we don't got to talk about the backside.
Let's not touch on that.
There's a reason it's up against the wall. But
I left the
we don't
gap
gotta talk
for
about it.
cable running.
Yeah,
That was thought out.
But yeah, no. So I honestly thought it was going to be a lot worse of you watching YouTube in the shower. I mean, it's still fucking weird.
I just need some noise.
Music.
I can't.
Just listen to music.
Man, music's so boring.
I went through a
Unless
weird...
you guys create music, and then in that case, your music is great. Why don't we tell the people where the You're Not Down comes from?
That's right. That's right. For our Cholo fan base, and
Do we have that?
we will.
Do we want
We
that?
will. Cholos are still on MySpace. They're a little bit behind on the times, but eventually they're gonna make it to Twitter. But no,
I need to make a MySpace. You're Not Down MySpace page.
I'll post
now.
a bulletin.
Yeah.
So you like know what it's all about. But no, You're Not Down. Me and Mike have been friends for 6 years.
Let's just go with that. That's a safe number.
He's been my friend, my best friend for 6 years now.
Right. Maybe
I've been his
one day
friend
you'll
for
get
like
there.
a year probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, You're Not Down has been like a phrase that like, I don't know, it's a big part of our friendship where whether it comes to Mike's in a very happy relationship. Shout out to the meat.
Shout out to the meat. Big
meat.
help with the meat. Super supportive through this whole podcasting venture.
Yeah. I'm single, so there's certain things where like, let's say we're at a party, we're wherever we are. Mike will say like, hey, you got to talk to that girl. I'm like, I don't know. Like, what am I going to say? And all he has to say is, you're not down.
You're not down.
And like, that story is assuming we go out. We don't. We hang out here. I hang out at your place. Right. But it's more like, you're not down to eat another cheeseburger from
You're not
McDonald's.
Down to change the channel.
Yeah. Very mild stuff. But that phrase has always been like very kind of like a big part of the friendship. And it kind of like challenges us.
Yeah,
to
it
do
kind of
certain
challenges,
things.
lets us move forward, you know?
Kind of gets us out of our comfort zone a little bit. But should we talk about it?
Yeah, hit it.
You don't even know what I'm talking
I
about.
have no clue.
It did
People
evolve.
want to know. I know that.
See, we're calling it the You're Not Down podcast, but that phrase did evolve at some point. Because I told a story. I told him a story. It was probably my biggest regret. But let me just preface this with, I'm fine. My uncle's fine. We have a great relationship. There was never any funny business.
I have no clue where you're going with this story.
You know the story, but probably not as of now. But when I was younger, I don't know. My uncle just thought it was funny to like. I was
I
younger.
figured out the story.
No, we're there.
I figured it out.
I must have been like, let's say, anywhere from 5 to like 8 years old. You know, and he would literally just say, he would put his hand out like this, and he'd go, "A ver los huevos," which means, "Let me see them balls."
Yeah. Let's see him.
And freaking Luis, I'm going to move this a little bit. Luis would just like walk up and like just place my balls in his palm.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, he said he wanted to see him, so I had to show him.
I don't know if that's how it works.
Like I said, me and my uncle are great. He's married. He doesn't DM me at night. But no, that kind of became like an evolution of You're Not Down.
Yeah, it's just a Spanish version of it.
Yeah, you know, it became a little bit like, you know, Mike challenges me to something. He was like, if you don't do it, well, you explain it better.
A perfect example is like, you're not down to go talk to that girl. And if you show any hesitation, you just put out a hand, open face, and you say, "A ver."
Yeah.
Right? And that means, let's see.
Uh-huh.
And he has two options at this point. One is to waddle over and put his nuts in my hand, or to go talk to her. Either way, he's gonna prove to me that he has a pair.
Yeah.
That's the point of it.
And I don't know if we have to mention it, but one day my little boys eventually ended up on your palm.
That's the last time I challenged you with
Once
it.
you realize, like, oh wait, this is
it's
actually
all fun and games till it actually happens.
Until you have a handful of nuts.
I mean, I want to say handful, but
shout out to all of my family members, all my aunts and little cousins listening.
I'm sorry that you guys are related to them.
No, but yeah, like we said, you're eventually gonna get to have a little feel for us eventually. For those of you who don't,
a little feel,
a little handful of us. But yeah, no, this podcast. I mean, in our bio it literally says we talk about everything, but absolutely nothing at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
This
is it.
So far, this is a perfect example.
It's going perfectly.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I want. It's one thing I want to talk about. I recently went to a vampire ball.
Yep.
All right. Did a full...
Wait, time out.
Yeah.
What's a vampire ball?
Exactly. I thought that was going to be the first question. I had no idea, right? A coworker invited me and the meat to it, and we shot through. Mm-hmm. We found out that it's a ball. It's kind of elegant.
Like a dance. Like a reception.
Yeah, it was mostly like a concert. Okay. But yeah, like everyone was dressed nicely. Well, some people. But yeah, it was a vampire ball, and it was a pretty interesting thing to go to, right? It's just a giant room somewhere in LA. I don't know, the Globe or something like that. You might know it.
Typical LA.
Yeah.
In a fucking random just warehouse somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. One thing I realized there though, everyone was dressed to the nines, you know. They're all in their costume and their fangs and their, whatever.
You can't just casually say they were in their fangs.
Yeah.
They dressed to the nines. They got the fangs.
They got their little collared shirts or whatever. But, well, I shouldn't say everyone. I realized there's pretty much two types of vampire dudes, right?
Okay.
There's the vampires. These people are actually vampires. They're scary looking. They either look like Blade or like Dracula or like any combination.
Yeah.
And then there's the guy who got off work, put on a ruffled shirt, and called himself a vampire. Those people I took a slight issue with, but it was good. I mean, I did have a problem with the ruffle shirt vampires. I thought they phoned it in a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but it was overall really cool to see everybody there in costume. The other thing I realized, they're not ragers.
I wouldn't imagine vampires to be ragers.
But it's like a concert. There's a headlining band called Orgy.
No.
Yeah.
Orgy, that's it?
Or their name is just Orgy.
I got to know what kind of music they're playing.
It's like, I don't know, rock music, goth music.
Music that would be
rock.
the soundtrack to an orgy.
Music that I don't listen to, so it's hard for me to describe. But I realized, like, as the band is performing, they're doing their thing and they're going all hard. At one point, the lead singer gets a sweat rag from someone like off stage. That's a rag. Wipes his sweat with it, right? Just completely dries himself off. Chucks it into the crowd. All badass. Right?
Okay, badass I respect, but...
And then I witnessed the best part of the night.
What was that?
I saw that rag flail in the air like a flag and land right on the ground.
Everyone dodged
Everyone moved out of the way and then just stared at this rag on the ground.
There's a difference between you being freaking Bono. I don't know. Is Bono cool? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Let me start
Drake?
that again. I mean, I feel like Drake doesn't sweat. I feel like Drake is a little bit almost like what's his name? Kim Jong-un?
Okay. What is he?
Like communist? He doesn't poop. He doesn't poop. He doesn't pee. Like Kim Jong-un doesn't have an asshole.
Learned that to drive. Invented the car at 3 years old.
Is that a thing?
It's like Kim Jong-un did all that.
I believe it all. I believe it all, man.
Yeah.
But it's like it's one thing to be Drake and throw your sweat rag, and it's like like let's grab it. But then being the lead singer of a band named Orgy
at a vampire ball.
In an LA dungeon. And what was the capacity there? What, like 73?
No, there was a good amount of people there. Like the vibe was real cool.
Okay.
I mean, if I had to guess, it'd be probably like 300 people.
I think we're forgetting the real question. Why the fuck were you there?
You know, I was invited to it.
Okay.
It's something I've never done. It's something I might not ever do again.
I'll tell you this now.
I was down. Let me put it that way. I was down. When someone invites me to something, I try everything I do to make it.
I'll tell you this much.
Yeah.
You were not down to invite me.
Ew.
No, a message from our sponsors. No, man, like I would.
You didn't get my invitation?
No.
Ah, damn it.
The bat must have delivered it somewhere else.
Yeah. He flew out, but the sun came up and he just disintegrated. I guess that's how it works.
No, that sounds awesome. I mean, like.
Can I tell you something else about it?
Uh-oh. Do I have a choice?
There was a full-on bondage party in the basement of this event, of this venue.
When you say bondage, are we talking like, long lost brother, like just bonding with their long lost sibling? Like, this is great. We haven't seen each other in years.
It's exactly that, but they're covered in leather and spanking each other.
Gotcha.
Also, the entire floor of this place is flooded in 2 inches of water.
Hold on. Time out. I'm trying to process that.
Yeah.
Everywhere? Or are we talking the orgy basement?
No, in the orgy basement.
Okay. Why is that intentional? Was there...
I think, no, they just sprung a leak.
There must have been a leak.
Yeah, they just sprung a leak.
LA,
it was not part of the show.
LA warehouse? Yeah, there's a leak. Now everyone's 2 inches deep in water.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool.
One guy was 2 inches deep in something else. It's neither here nor there.
What the hell, dude? But like, I still would have loved to get an invitation. I don't know.
Hey, for the next one.
You just said you're probably never going to go to one.
I still invite you to it.
No, man, I want to do more stuff like that, dude.
Yeah.
It's like... just a quick little bit about me.
Yeah, let's hear what you've been up to.
I mentioned my nickname is Hollywood.
Hollywood.
I don't call myself Hollywood. I never refer to myself as Hollywood. He does.
You just did.
I know I just did. But no, I work in TV. And so I was recently on a show, the Jim Jeffries Show. I don't know if anyone has heard of it. Probably not.
Jim Jeffries Show. Big shout out to Jim Jeffries Show.
Jim Jeffries. Yeah. Please hire me again. I am hungry. But no, I've been unemployed since December. We're in end of March now.
Yeah, something like that.
I've been unemployed since December, which is fine.
They must pay well there.
I also this podcast is coming to you live from my mother's back house, the guest house. Shout out to Anna.
This is a professional studio.
Oh! Professional studio where the sign just comes up. Oh,
dude, we gotta fix that.
Are we cutting that out, or we just? This is part of it. All right, for the listeners, in your car.
We gotta cut that, dude.
As we're talking about how professional this. As we're talking about how professional this studio is, our sign literally just collapses.
Dude, our sign is so dope, we can't let it fail like that.
Are we leaving it there?
No, we're fixing it.
Okay, should we fast forward?
Should we cut that?
No, let's not cut it. We're just gonna look. We could just hold it the rest of the episode. God, that was great. You can't make this stuff up, people. This is what we do on the You're Not Down podcast. Guys, despite that sign just failing on us.
We're cutting that, dude.
No, we're leaving it in. We gotta leave that in.
Dude, I put so much work into this sign, man. I can't let it fail like that.
No, man, that's gotta stay in. That was beautiful. Dude, I don't even know what we were talking about anymore. Oh yeah, I'm unemployed, which is why we can't afford a real sign that stays up. Oh, that was great. I'm not cutting that out. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll keep that. Let's roll. That sign will be fixed. That sign will be fixed.
It will. Episode 2, priority list. We're doing it.
Make sure you tune in next week for Is the Sign Gonna Fall Down?
Sponsored by Scotch tape.
3M masking tape.
But yeah, no, I've been unemployed.
Wait, we gotta describe. Did you describe to the podcast what just happened?
I did.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
The sign fell. It's a good sign.
It's a beautiful sign.
You get like you can only do so much.
You get what you pay for.
Exactly. We couldn't afford a real table, which is why we built one.
We built one, right? We had to fashion up a sign ourselves.
That was just perfect timing.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Like I was saying, I've been unemployed for 3 months, which is fine. I'm doing great, guys. I'm not sad. I'm not like having sleepless nights every night, sliding into people's DMs, trying to, just put on a mask. Like I'm happy.
You're happy. You look happy. Yeah. You got your tie-dye hoodie on. You got a nice smile going on. What's there to be sad about?
Absolutely nothing. I'll tell you. But no, that's why it's kind of weird. I keep talking about the coronavirus, man. It's literally
we're just gonna cover
it's
it. This
flooded
is
our brains. It's Corona Hour?
It's just Corona Hour now.
Hey, bring out the Coronas. No, we don't got any. We can't afford it. It's not in the budget.
No.
But no, it's like that's what's kind of funny about this quarantine. Nothing has changed for me.
Oh yeah,
I've technically been in quarantine for 3 months.
Yeah,
I've been out of a job. I'm at home. I watched Jersey Shore. Shout out to Michael Sorrentino.
No, we're not doing that.
Welcome back from prison.
I have all problems with that.
No, it's like nothing has changed for me, man. I see all this panic online, and I'm like, relax. Like, well, what's there to be worried about? But I haven't left my house since December.
To the real world.
Last store I walked into was Christmas shopping on December 27th. I'm a late shopper.
You know Kobe Bryant died?
Shut up.
Dude, are you just been living under a cave?
Shut up. Don't play with me, man. Nah, shout out to
my boy Kobe Bryant.
No, it's one of these. You gotta pound the chest, kiss the fingers, throw it up.
I'm doing a pound the chest, kiss the fingers. 2, 4.
Oh God, beautiful.
Let's make that a thing.
If we cry on the podcast, is that good for ratings?
No.
Copy that. Keeping it in.
Just gonna hold these tears.
Get back in there, tear.
Right.
No, that was another crazy thing, man. That was what, like a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like, I mean, look,
Maybe
we
2.
got fans in New Zealand. We got fans in Australia. We got fans in
Sweden.
Shout
out to our boys in Sweden.
Shout out to Sweden. They're actually a big
supporter of the You're Not Down podcast. They've been with us early, and they've been great all around.
And we love them. We have nothing bad to say
I have
about
not one
them.
bad thing to say about anyone from Sweden.
But no, it's like if all around the world, man, Kobe's death shook people.
Yeah.
Because it's like me. I mean, you're a sports guy.
Yep.
If the cameras tell the truth with what they see, you're like a burly man. You're a manly man.
You just call me fat?
Is burly fat?
Yeah.
That's embarrassing. I don't know words, man.
Call me fat.
I said that word with such confidence too.
He said, "You know sports. You're a fat guy." I guess. I mean, I know the two things are synonymous, but
no, it's no.
You could have laid it down a little more gently than that.
You played baseball. You played football. We've known each other since high school, guys.
Yeah.
I don't do any of that. I was a music guy.
Oh,
yeah.
I take back earlier what I said about music.
What do you say about music?
That it's awesome.
But no, it's like even me who like didn't watch sports, didn't play. I'm terrible at sports. Like Kobe's death freaking shook everyone, man. Even me, because like just being in LA, that's a face you see everywhere, and he's just part of kind of your life, you know. I remember like reading magazines, pretending like I did like sports. I'm like, oh, Kobe, and like now, like fucking out of nowhere, man. It's crazy.
It's a crazy world we live in.
Oh, Kobe. On a brighter note.
Do
you have a brighter note? I don't.
We just drink till the sorrows go away. I don't.
Do you see how I just nervously drank? Because I had nothing positive to
On
say.
a brighter note, chug, 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 chug.
So far, I've talked about coronavirus. I've talked about Kobe's death. I've talked about me putting my balls in my uncle's hands.
Yeah.
Let's get a plus side over here.
I think we should just cut all that and just start from the beginning.
Everybody, welcome to the You're Not Down podcast. Mike and Louise, fun fact about me. Oh, man. I'm happy.
What have you been up to?
Absolutely nothing, man. There's a little bit going on because it's kind of weird because this is the first time that I've been without a job in like 3 years. So it was a little bit weird. I'm waking up at 1 p.m. and it's great. Don't get me wrong. That's great.
That's disgusting.
It's great, dude.
That's terrible.
I need my 18 hours of sleep.
Yeah. I get 8 hours of sleep. I wake up at 7 a.m.
That's disgusting. That's the real tragedy here.
That's the morning. That's when it starts.
But of all times, I'm busier than ever, man. Which is kind of nice because it's like my friends from... I went to film school, which you don't need to work in TV.
He's Hollywood.
I'm not Hollywood. I'm more like... I don't know. What's the Mexican Hollywood? There is none. Because Oscar's
Hollywood.
so white. That's another issue we're going to target.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're not.
All the hot button issues, right? Let's throw it back to 2017 Oscars.
They're still so white. But no, it's like now that I'm unemployed, I have all this time to like do things that I always made excuses for.
Sure.
Like I'm getting back from work. I'm tired. I can't work on anything else. But it's like now I'm busier than ever, man. I'm like writing a short film, which is something that every LA person says. You know, I could just be in a Starbucks right now.
That means you're not working.
I mean, yeah. I'm still unemployed. I'm
writing a script.
Yeah.
Is the LA equivalent to like I'm homeless. I don't have a job.
Can you please buy me another coffee? Starbucks is about to kick me out. I'm writing a short film right now, which I'm actually really excited about. I have a little production company actually with my two friends from college. And so we're kind of like working on projects. We're doing this, and then like now we got the podcast rolling, and I'm doing like just a little bit like creative stuff like that, you know, that I just never had time for before. So like this is kind of a blessing in disguise, despite not being able to leave your house.
All the people dying from coronavirus. And...
Shout out to all my dead homies.
No,
we're not pouring one out.
I mean, yes, shout them out, but the people who are dying out there.
No, it's serious, I guess. But I don't know, man. It's all a hoax.
No,
I'm not one of those guys.
No. It's not a conspiracy theory podcast.
The earth is flat, though. I'll tell you that much.
You son of a... I'm clicking on subscribe now.
No. I think conspiracy theorists are freaking loonies, man. Is loony offensive in 2020? Is that offensive to the like Looney Tunes?
Most things are offensive in 2020.
Dude, we gotta... This is the cancel culture, which, first of all...
The what?
Cancel culture?
I've never heard of that.
It's like what's happening in Hollywood, kind of. Don't call me Hollywood, I swear to God.
I mean, everything you've referenced has been Hollywood related. But
no, cancel culture. It's like,
are you saying cancel?
Cancel. Yeah, it's like we're canceling this person because he had tweets in 2007 that were insensitive. You know, it's like, look, I'm a progressive man, and this isn't a politics podcast either.
Nope.
Which is why I'm just gonna shut my mouth. We're not gonna go on with it. But it's a little bit. 2020 is a crazy thing, man.
Yeah, it's good for people to get with the times.
No, I'm all for it.
Change like the butterfly.
No, I'm all for it, but I don't know, to a certain extent. I'm just gonna mention one thing, then we're moving on.
Let's hear it.
I heard that you know the phrase "bring home the bacon" or "Mama's bringing home the bacon."
Sure.
The vegans said, why did I say the vegans so aggressively?
Yeah, there's subculture.
The fucking
that spews hate.
Vegans said that phrase is just as offensive as saying the N-word. And I was like, get the hell out of here, dude. Get out of here with that. Like, that's ridiculous. I'm fine with people being vegan, cool, whatever. But the same as the N-word?
Yeah, that's super insulting. I could imagine.
Bring home the bacon?
No.
Oh, the N-word.
The fact that they compare that.
Oh, no, yeah.
N-word,
that's ridiculous. That's why it's like I said, we're moving on.
Yeah,
but
you can't even say the
I'm
N-word.
all for...
I can say bacon all day.
I'm all for being progressive, and I move with the times, but that's ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more.
But no, something I realized that we kind of just breezed through.
Yeah.
I talked about why my name is Hollywood, which
Yeah.
I don't agree with. First of all,
Well,
your nickname's Halftime.
It is.
Do you want to talk about it, or should I just tell the world, tell the 97 followers?
Why don't you let them know, and then I'll elaborate on it if necessary.
I mean, first of all, Mike's a nickname guy. He's the one that started all the nicknames. He called me Cobra. He called me Halftime, and I realized no one else gave him one. I was like, I got the perfect one for him, Halftime, because
Let's hear it.
every time we drink.
Yeah.
Literally every time, whether it's a party or if we're like at Stagecoach or like whatever it is, we're drinking, Mike always throws up. And look, that sounds bad.
It sounds bad.
That sounds bad.
It
Like
sounds
no one
bad.
wants to be that guy.
I have no problem being that guy.
But you know what that throw up means? It's halftime, baby.
It's halftime, baby.
Because look, he's gonna throw up.
There's a whole second half.
There's a whole second half because you're gonna think like, that's it. This guy's done.
Right.
But then he gets it out of his system and he comes even harder.
You come harder in the second half.
Dude,
That's how you win a ball game.
I think the first time I saw halftime in just the process,
Full effect.
I just didn't understand what was going on because I was like, this guy is dead. Like, that's it. And then I'm going to tell one story. I'll tell two stories because they're probably my favorite ones.
Yeah.
But we had a game. We had a tradition.
Yeah.
And it was every Victoria's Secret fashion show.
Yep.
Mike's girlfriend, the Meat, is like super into fashion. She loves watching the show. And so he called me one day and he was like, dude, you have to come over because like she wants to watch this. Don't leave me alone here. And I was like, I got you. And he said, I got us 40 ounce of beers.
Yeah.
And so sure enough, I went over. We lived 5 blocks away from each other. I went over. We had 240s each and we made a drinking game out of it. Certain rules like, every time Kendall Jenner comes out, you drink.
You drink.
Every time there's behind the scenes footage, you drink.
You drink.
And there's also specific rules.
Minority.
If there's a minority model, give it up for the minorities.
Yeah, give it up for the minorities.
But also take a shot for the minorities.
But you got to drink for that.
Take a drink for the minorities. And we'll do like specific rules. Like The Weeknd was performing one year.
Yeah, he was.
And we're like, anytime The Weeknd inappropriately touches
which is
a
all
model,
touching. All touching.
There were so many touches, dude. We got drunk in that little window of his performance. But yeah, no, it was great, and now it's canceled. But we don't got to talk about that.
It's cancel culture.
But like one time we were playing, and we're watching at my cousin's house, and his head's just down. Mike's head is down on the table, and I'm like, okay, well, this is it. And then this guy gets up, he pulls his shirt over his face, and just unleashes in his shirt. Freaking just throws up.
No, you're doing it in person, but you need to describe to the audience that I put my left hand right under my belly fold.
Yeah.
Right? And I have my shirt neck over my mouth.
Uh-huh.
And I completely vomited in that basket. And then I picked my head up and I told you, Luis, get the door. You go and unlock the door. And I rush out. I empty my
your basket.
Yeah, my bag. I empty my basket on the front lawn.
And I'm just thinking, like, this guy's done. We're gonna have to go home. Like, we're gonna have to end the night early because he's emptying his basket on the lawn.
You would think that.
You would think that, but
that's not what happened.
Unbeknownst to me and the rest of the party of 2 people.
Yeah.
What were you doing? You're.
I took off my shirt.
Mm-hmm.
I grabbed their water hose and started watering down my shirt. And I noticed that there's vomit on their front lawn.
Yeah.
So then I spray the vomit onto the driveway.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't leave that there either.
Nope.
I'm not going to disrespect their household. So then I started to spray it in the street and wash down their entire driveway. Because I'm just that kind of guy.
And now you're in the neighbor's yard. It's like, oh, no, this plant needs some water.
Yeah, it's for sure 2 a.m. I'm shirtless, wet, and washing down the driveway. And then I go back inside and I'm just like...
He goes back inside shirtless. So we didn't see any of this. We're just like, oh, God, like he's done. And he comes back in shirtless and says, who's taking a shot? I'm like, what? Like, I couldn't believe it.
More people need to adopt that, though.
Dude, I mean, like...
If you throw up halfway through, you could go twice as long.
I mean, like, I understand what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, but I don't know, man. I can't do it personally. But
I mean, I think everyone should give it a go and see just how it operates.
We got to talk about the Vegas story, though. The one that made halftime.
Okay, let's hear it.
long story short, we were in Vegas for a bachelor party, and we're in Vegas. Whether it's a bachelor party or not, you're drinking all day.
Yeah, that's just what you do in Vegas.
You're drinking all day, and so we make it to a buffet, and we're both blacked out at this point. We're both blacked out. But whatever I get, my food, he gets his food, and we have like all the groomsmen. We're all hanging out in this booth, and at some point, I see Mike's head going down. I'm like, oh God, like this is it. And so he puts his head down on the table, and just starts throwing up like on the table,
in a basket,
because he put his arms around. Yeah, he created a basket with his arms,
a barrier.
Yeah, a dam, if you will.
Yeah.
Or a board or a wall. Build the wall, man. You got to build the wall.
You got to build the wall to prevent the vomit from entering. Whatever.
So he's like, he throws up and kind of has just this freaking ocean of vomit in front of him, and all the grooms were like, "Oh, he's done, like this shit show, whatever." And I'm backing my boy up. I'm like, no.
Yeah, you were.
I was like,
you
watch.
were.
I was like, no, this is what he does. Watch, guys. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back stronger than ever. This is nothing. This is the halftime show.
You had my back. You had my. You almost made best friend status that night.
Until this man picks up his head, still basket full of vomit, and he proceeds to pick up crab legs?
I scooped the vomit off the table prior
into a napkin or something. I don't know.
A plate or something.
Yeah. But then he just proceeds like nothing, grabs a crab leg from his plate.
Taint.
He grabs it straight from his taint. He's got an extra basket in there.
Yeah.
And he just starts eating them. And that grossed me out so much that I start gagging. I'm like, no. Like, no.
You disowned me that night.
Dude, like Peter to Jesus.
He
was like, no, like, I'm like, what? You're supposed to back me up. And I'm like, no, like, I'm literally about to throw up at the table now, just thinking about it.
You know about halftime.
Look, I'm fine with
you had my back 90% of the way through. And you're just going to disown me like that?
But why does the other 10% got to pull a crab leg out of nowhere?
How come it's unfair that everyone at the table, it's unfair that everyone at the table gets to eat crab legs and I don't. Okay, I'm just as hungry as everyone else.
First of all, buffet crab legs are not like a delicacy.
No, they're just kind of a standard thing. Yeah. They're all small and scrawny.
To do that right after you just scrape vomit off of the table onto like a napkin or something, that just did it for me. I couldn't do it.
I mean, I hear the story and all I hear is I'm responsible and clean.
I mean,
just don't leave messes
Some people might see it that way, but other people might see it as you're eating crab legs directly after throwing up on a public table.
I came back though.
You did. Whether you had my support or not.
That was just halftime.
You came back, man. But I respect the hell out of it, which is why you're halftime. My nickname is not even a little bit as cool as that.
You're just so consumed with Hollywood that I have no choice but to call you that.
As of 3 months ago.
Yeah, even growing up, I grew up here. We're in Inglewood, California. Shout out to Inglewood, California. We're in Inglewood, California, not too far from Hollywood, right? Where the movie stars are.
Yeah, about 10 miles.
Nobody I know knows anything about Hollywood. I know you work there, and I know you're friends with all these celebrities now.
No, I'm not that Hollywood, but you are halftime, and you've earned that nickname. You freaking deserve it, and it's amazing. I tell your legend every time.
Yeah.
And this is just a little taste for people.
Are you gonna disown me for the next time?
Absolutely not. I'll try to look away for the crab legs, but but no, I promise to never do that again, man.
Yeah, I don't need the support, but I truly appreciate it. I really do.
I think we're winding down a little bit, but I did realize I didn't mention a crucial part about the title. You're Not Down.
Oh yeah.
Another quick story.
I'm
gonna leave you guys with this. I'm gonna leave you guys with this one. You're not down, like I said, part of our friendship. But we used to go to soccer games, football games, wherever you're listening from.
There's soccer. It's
the one you kick with your foot.
They're galaxy games. They're barely soccer. It's a drink fest.
We would go to these soccer games and we would be in the cheering section. It's great. Everyone's like high energy, and we would pregame or like tailgate. and like everyone's just drunk and dancing around, doing all the chants. You're having a good time, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm the single one.
He's the single one.
Mike always kind of tries to he pushes me a
Yeah,
little
it's
bit.
a half-hearted
I'm just blaming
persuasion,
you.
right?
I'm blaming you for
I'm
it.
good at that.
But no, so at one point there was a game and there was a girl behind me because everyone's cheering in the cheering section, obviously. I sit down for like 5 seconds and I hear someone say like, this guy's not even cheering.
Yeah.
And
no,
I
it's
was
not
like,
allowed there.
who the... So I turn around. I'm in love. She's cute. I'm like, okay, let me go talk to this girl now.
Yeah.
I went a row back. I'm now talking to this girl. We're hitting it off. And then I kind of see like my cousin who's with us. Shout out to the Jet.
Jet.
Shout
out.
He's taking like video of me. And I was like, this guy, like, hey, mind your own business, whatever, you know? And so later on, and like I said, I'm pretty drunk. But later on, Mike's the type of guy that'll take his shirt off whenever he can or whenever he's allowed to. I don't even know what the discrepancies are.
It's whenever I can. It's whenever I want.
Every soccer game, his shirt would come off, and he's just drunk, waving it around, whatever.
Got to represent for the burly guys.
God, I can't believe that means fat.
Yeah.
But I just thought it meant manly. Whatever.
No, that's manly.
And so he takes his shirt off and he turns around to me and says, hey, man, you're not down to take your shirt off. And then I'm like, no, I don't want to take my shirt off. And then this girl that I'm talking to, she just starts egging me on. She's like, you're not down. You're not down to take your shirt off. And I was like, no, I'm not, whatever. And we end up kissing. We're kissing and it's fine. We end up talking about Valentine's Day. I'm inviting this girl to dinner now. And
nice.
I need to get out.
Yeah.
But we end up leaving. We end up going to a bar after the game. But like on the way there, I started to sober up, you know, and I'm talking about this girl. I'm like, dude, she was cool. She was cool. She was really cute.
Yeah.
And everyone, like, there was a fat, ugly chola elephant in the room.
Yeah,
know?
there was an elephant in the room.
Everyone was kind of just laughing. And I'm like, what? They're like, dude, she wasn't that great. And I'm like, you guys are full of shit. They're like, dude, she had a chipped tooth and she was super ghetto.
Snaggletooth.
And I'm like, you guys are insane. No, she was cute. But now sober Luis sees the video that my cousin took. And so what I heard of this girl saying, you're not down to take your shit off. You're not down. It really sounded like, you're not down. You're not down to take her shirt off. And she did have a snaggletooth.
She had a snaggletooth.
Dude. And I could not believe it. I was like, no. And so from that moment on.
That was all you.
Dude, the phrase "you're not down" kind of took a different meaning.
I was still pumping you up.
Man, I mean, like sometimes you win, but sometimes you really, really lose. Shout out to my snaggletooth cholas out there.
Hey, big shout out to them.
I'm not gonna mention her name.
That's
out of respect.
Yeah, out of
for
respect. Me. Completely unbelievable.
But no, what do you say? It's
about ready to wrap it up.
Are we wrapping this up?
Yeah.
Do the people know enough about Mike and Luis?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Which is why you got to tune in next Wednesday. I'm pretty sure we're gonna do it next.
We're gonna
every Wednesday.
We're gonna aim for Wednesdays. Wednesday's gonna be our thing.
Yeah, every Wednesday. And look, if we miss it by a few hours, if we upload Thursday, who cares?
I don't want to hear it.
Who cares?
I don't want to hear it.
It's us two listening and my mom, I think. But I also told her not to listen.
We might have to delete
I'm going to talk
recording.
about me making out with cholas.
Yeah.
So it might just be us two. But regardless, we could upload Thursday. But no, we're going to aim for Wednesdays. Do we want to tell anything to the people?
Yeah, we want to tell them that please reach out to us. Well, first and foremost, thank you so much for following us. If you're following us at this point, please subscribe to the podcast. We appreciate all that. The support has been fantastic. Big thank you to the Meat for being supportive, for Mac Daddy helping us take some pictures, for Worm giving us the idea of starting this podcast. Everybody all around, Luis has been doing a lot of work for it. Appreciate that. If anyone would like to reach out to us, if they got something that they want to say to us, any suggestions, any questions, please reach out to us. You could reach us at yndpod@gmail.com. You can hit us on our Instagram. You can hit us on our Twister.
Our Twister.
You can hit us
right hand blue.
Yeah, right hand blue. Hit us on our Twitter. You can do it all right there. I don't know. You got anything else you want to tell the people?
I mean, thanks, I guess. No. I think you said it all. Thank you to everyone. We're just starting out. This is only the beginning. Maybe it's the end. Maybe we get canceled. I don't know. Maybe with the ratings.
Not with our crew. Everyone's been super supportive when we're starting talking about this podcast. So we appreciate that.
It's been exciting. We're super happy to finally start. There's been people, because we've been talking about this for a while. And there's been a few people asking, like, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? And they're saying, like, it's never coming out, is it? No, it's like, we're super happy to do this. It took a lot, not going to lie. It was kind of a long journey.
Could have used more tape.
The table looks great, though.
The table looks great. Shout out to Ernest for the lighting.
Ernest, my boy.
Big Ernest.
Boy Ernest, yeah. No, it's been a team effort. And so just everyone that's led us up to this point. Why am I getting emotional right now?
Yeah, it's kind of touching.
No, everyone that's helped us get to this first episode of You're Not Down.
You're Not Down.
Thank you. Just thank you. You know who you are. If we haven't mentioned you, you know who you are.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, and we'll see you soon. And yeah.
Rock on, guys. Later.
Rock on? That's what you want to end with?
That's what I say. Don't change who I am as a person. Rock on, guys. Later.
Sure, yeah.